What's good, chat? Welcome to another episode of Duke the Don. Today, we are going to be talking about the most controversial beef that's happening right now in the conservative space. That's right, folks. I am talking about Benny Boy Ben Shapiro versus scandalous Candace Owens. Candace Owens, you guys already know, we've talked about on this channel, and we absolutely despise her, okay? And here's the thing. We despise her for multiple different reasons. She's a liar, con artist, and a grifter. Not only that, she gave a platform to a known trafficker like Andrew Tate, pretending to be a journalist, and when she got called out on it, she then victim shamed one of Andrew Tate's victims. Now, doesn't mean it's gonna stop her from going on with the shenanigans she's used to, okay? Even her pregnancy right now ain't stopping her, okay? And by the way, her going against Benny Boy right now with that baby bump, it's not even looking good for Benny Boy. It's really not. Now, some of y'all might be asking, wait, Duke, calm the heck down. What are you talking about? Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, don't they both work for the same team? Aren't they both employed by the Daily Wire? Isn't Ben Shapiro her boss? Why would they be beefing in a public manner like we're seeing right now? What is going on, Duke? Listen. You are absolutely correct. They do work together on the Daily Wire. This is why it's so interesting this beef is going on right now between the both of them, and you will never guess what actually was the straw that broke the camel's back. Go ahead, you would never guess. Okay, go ahead and guess. It's the Israel versus Palestine situation. All right, who knew that was gonna be the straw that broke everything apart? But before we get started, let's go ahead and talk about the sponsor of today's show. That is the YouTube like button. Okay, yeah, the one that's sitting below the screen right here. So go ahead and smash that real quick. Okay, support and sponsor the show as we go ahead and get on going. And if you like the video so far, go ahead and hit that young subscribe button so YouTube let you know when we're dropping another video out here in these YouTube streets. Now, here's where things even get crazier, because out breaks the Israel versus Palestine situation. And we all know Andrew Tate, being a recent Muslim, takes the side of Palestine and goes out and tweets and things like that. Now, here's what we got to understand. Ben Shapiro, ever since the outbreak of the Israel versus Palestine war, he's been going crazy. And I mean, not only in the terms of debates, but I'm actually starting to think he's actually mentally going insane. And listen, we can't blame him because he's also a Jew, so he's definitely very, very passionate. But how far does your passion go when you start unfairly targeting people who don't necessarily agree with certain points that you have? Case in point, so Candace Owens has been going wild lately in some of her takes in the Israel versus Palestine situation.
I am here today to endorse Nikki Haley for president of Israel. I think she's earned that. I think Bibi Netanyahu is going through a very bad time right now. Support for Israel has virtually collapsed socially. If you're paying attention to the trends and you're paying attention to what people are watching, you're paying attention to the protests. And the one person that I think is capable of getting it back is Nikki Haley, with enough money from foreign interest lobbies. So there it is, guys. I'm endorsing Nikki Haley, president of Israel.
Now, here's the crazy thing. Big old Benny Boy could not let that slide. He saw this and you could tell he was boiling underneath the surface, okay? And the first opportunity Benny Boy got, Benny Boy Ben Shapiro took it. And what he ended up doing was basically going in on Candace Owens in the craziest way. And the thing was, it was shocking to not only a lot of people watching this right now, but people who were there listening to Ben Shapiro as he went off on Candace Owens.
The question is about Candace Owens. I think her behavior during this is disgraceful.
He says he thinks her behavior is disgraceful. This is crazy.
Yeah, she works for my company. Yeah, and I think she's been absolutely disgraceful. I think that her faux sophistication on these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not faux sophistication, it's ridiculous. Everybody can see the moves that she's making and the things that she's saying, and I find it disreputable.
Wow, that is insane. You got to understand what he said there. Now, mind you, this guy is her boss technically, all right? They work together. He's basically calling out Candace Owens on her faux sophistication on the Israel versus Palestine situation. And it is crazy. You can listen to how harsh his words were. People were actually shocked. You even see the woman right behind him with her mouth open like, oh my God. What is going on? So when people heard this, they were obviously very, very worried because they were like, Ben Shapiro, Benny, what's going on? Like, not only questioning what was happening, a lot of people were kind of trying to figure out what Candace Owens is going to have to say to all of this. So finally, Candace Owens decided to respond, and she did it in typical Candace Owens fashion, okay? She goes on Tucker Carlson's show on Twitter.
What is that about?
You know, there isn't much of a background. I saw the video when everybody else saw it when I woke up.
No one warned you about it.
Nobody warned me about it. It looks like maybe he didn't know he was being recorded. It looks like it was some sort of a private event. I got no clarity on the issue that he was particularly speaking on. And in what was said, I can't respond to it beyond what he's saying because it's just ad hominem attacks. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's not, we disagree, or I don't think she's correct, or maybe she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, exactly. And so I can't respond to it on a level of intellect because there's nothing that he has expressed in that, at least in that short clip, that he fundamentally disagrees with in terms of what I said. But I will say that I'm not going to respond with the same ad hominem attacks. Yes. I don't think it helps further discussion. And if that was me that was caught on a video saying that about colleagues that I work with, I would be embarrassed.
Right now, you even got Tucker Carlson in the mix. Okay, we got Tucker Carlson just sitting there like, hey, how can I take advantage of this, right? And advantage of this, he's probably going to take up, because what's going to probably happen is this is Candace's chance to leave the Daily Wire and then hop ship over to Twitter and the X and whatever they're doing over there with Elon Musk. Now, if you thought that back and forth was the last of it, you are surely mistaken, because the fight then moves on to Twitter with Candace Owens dropping this very, very interesting tweet that only served the purpose to trigger Ben Shapiro. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. So when Candace Owens tweeted out that tweet, right, a lot of people rightfully so were confused, because she's talking about blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Like, hey, Candace, you okay? Is it the pregnancy? What's happening? Why are you getting biblical on us now? Are you trolling? What's happening? So people were rightly confused, because what is this tweet? All except for one person, Ben Shapiro. All right, Ben Shapiro understood the meaning and the gravity of this tweet that Candace is putting out there. He took that personally, and he decided to respond in this fashion. Candace, if you feel like taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means quit.
Oh my God.
It's like, yo, he took it there. Like, Ben took it there. Now, personally, I think this response is clearly over the top. I think this is just crazy, because listen, Ben Shapiro has been going over the top with his defense of Israel lately. And here's the thing. Listen, Ben, we all get it. You're Jew, and you got families back there, and the situation is complex. I understand that, but you got to stick to doing what you're doing, buddy. Go debate some university students and educate them on some things they don't even know. Okay, but you getting overly aggressive and attacking people to the point where someone like Candace Owens could just use it against you because she can. It just makes you look like a bitch, dog. Like, honestly, it makes you look weak. So in response to Ben Shapiro's tweet, Candace Owens then replies this: "You have been acting unprofessional and emotionally unhinged for weeks now. And we've all had to sit back and allow it, and have all had tried to exercise exceeding understanding of your raw emotion. But you crossed a certain line when you come for scripture and read yourself into it. I will not tolerate it."
You're a victim.
If that doesn't show you that Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, the tension has been bubbling underneath the surface for a while, I don't know what else to tell you guys. If you actually want to go after someone like Candace Owens, why didn't you go after her when she was interviewing a trafficker like Andrew Tate? But listen, Benny boy, it's too late for you to do that because you stayed silent for clout. Okay, this is why most people are looking at you like a clown, because you serve money, and we all know that. When you had a chance to be righteous, you failed. You didn't call her out. You let her continue. Why? Because clout was more at the time. But now the whole Palestine and Israel, you expect us to believe that you've changed your tune and you stand for Mr. Right? Come on, Benny boy. It's not the case. If you really wanted to call out Candace Owens and you want people to stay on your side of the fence for it, you should have done it when she did that ridiculous interview covering for a trafficker like Andrew Tate. So there's a tweet from Cernovich, who's actually tied with a lot of these guys. Must be too expensive to fire her. Would require paying out all or some of the contract. Anyway, chill out, man. You've been wrong about most of everything, from Trump in 2016 to the COVID vaccines to the Middle Eastern wars you supported. If anyone needs to pray for humanity, it's you. So we got strong words from Cernovich here, basically saying, hey, Ben, chill out. I just think that he is way too emotional right now for this. I think he's been doing way too many debates with college students. He probably needs to take a vacation, take a chill pill, relax, go eat a casserole or something. I don't know. All right, Betty boy, you just gotta chill. All right, because you are basically making your argument look bad. That's what I got for you guys today. Just a short little video on let you know what's going on in the conservative space. These guys are tearing each other apart, but you gotta let me know what you think. Okay, when you think this is the Israel versus Palestine situation that is tearing out the left right now, do you think it's actually going to be the catalyst to tear out the right? You let me know in the chat, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next show. Peace.